Okay, good morning. It is Tuesday, the 17th at 9 a.m., and we are having a big sale today. These sales, these flash sales happen every so often. I have literally been waiting to reload for an experience pack and a max experience pack because I have booths set up in the next couple months. So let me just tell you this, if you're kind of like here in your business and you're like running out of leads, please go look at your local events in your Facebook and see what kind of situations you can get yourself in to just be in front of people and have conversations. It's really important in this business. First of all, hi, my name is Abby Klutz. I'm rebooting. I'm fasted. I haven't had some food, and I'm going to go ahead and jump on into it. Thanks for joining. I'm excited. Okay, so it's so important that you have product. I talk to people all the time, and they aren't moving any volume at all. During the months, they're not making money. They're not working the business. First problem is they don't have product. And so what I would really challenge you to do is, a lot of us started in a place of fear when we came into the business with maybe that experience pack or that max experience pack. I know a lot of people put in on a credit card, put faith in it. If that's not your thing, that's okay. Since then, we've talked about pre-selling, but here's the deal. If you've done it once, if you know how to get ketones out and you don't have them, your activity will stop. And so this is a huge day to reload and restock. And some of you guys need to, and when I say this is me too, but some of us need to put our back up against the wall and start a new 90-day run with that experience or max experience pack. If it's not sitting there in front of you, if it's not packed up in Ziploc bags with those hacker guides printed out in your car, in your purse, in your cabinet, if you're not waking up and trying to, give people that authentic experience, why would you be motivated to go get in all those conversations and allow people to even sample it if you don't have product you can just pick up and run to the mail? Just saying, from a psychological standpoint, you are not going to run fast without having that sitting all around you, knowing that if somebody doesn't want to jump all in with a box, you're able to allow them to have a 10-pack experience. Here it is. So if that's not sitting there available for you in your house, I want to tell you, maybe it's time you took another leap of faith and put yourself in a position where you need to clear it and make your money back to move your business forward. And that, to me, is the first thing. It's like putting on your oxygen mask on these sale days. Okay, so really consider doing that. Even if you've already did it, you hit your MVP. If you're not sitting there with an array of some product, do it again. Run another MVP with it. Clear it out. Ask for support with your coach. Say, I'm going to take that leap again. I'm going to get that max experience pack or experience pack, and I'm going to throw you in three-way messages and pretend like I'm on day one again because I need the momentum and I need to get back in this. So 17% off. There you go. Put your oxygen mask on. Reload your pack. Okay. Some other tips and tricks. Number one, when there's a sale, the first thing to do is to look in your community at your customers. Okay. And literally, I'm just going to walk through this. Some of you may be brand new here. So let me do a share screen. Okay, so what you can do is just go to your manage. Well, before I do that, I'm gonna jump into the flash sale. I'll come back to going through your customers because I've already got the screen pulled up. Okay, so today we're having a flash sale on the Keto Envy. All right, saw it come across this morning, 4 a.m. in the back office. I'm going to tell you that story at the very end. And this is the first report that I'm pulling so that I'm focused today. All right. Why go cold recruit today? This isn't a day you go cold recruit and tell people you have a 17% off, by the way. This is a day that for maybe the last 30 days, you've been starting conversations and messages, and you get to go into your pipeline of warm people. You know who's hot people is people who have already ordered the Keto Envy. Okay. So you want to go and you want to hit manage and you hit community. And then I'm going to move my screen. And then you'll go to sponsorship. I'm going through my whole community. You could go through personal. I'll probably pull a couple different reports, because if you don't have a big community, then set it on team. You know, if you've got 5 customers, this is easy. But let's say, you know, you've got about 300, 400 people in your community. You could start with setting it on personal. You could set it on team. And you could think to yourself, what am I kind of willing to do today? What can I commit to today? And so then from there, you can hit order history. And then you're going to hit filter. And then you're going to type in Keto Envy, and what it says right there is product name. And so that's where you just type in Keto Envy. And then it's going to pull up every single customer who's ever ordered Keto Envy. And then what you can do is run a report on it. And this is so helpful when it's sitting in front of your face. You can use highlighters, pretty pins, my yellows and, you know, blues. You can make it fun. I see you, Selena. And then you can literally hit download. And once it downloads, you can print the report. Okay. And there's all your names right there of people to contact, cross off, highlight of everybody who's ever ordered the Keto Envy. So that's a hot lead today. These flash sales should skyrocket your volume today if we're training people on how to be focused and how to check these things and where to go with their action and activity today. So the next thing you can do is literally just go to your community. I'm kind of weary of driving around in my back office. This was pretty safe, but what I want you to do is look through those green badges. So if you're brand new, you're going to log into your cloud.justproveit.com and you're going to click on community. And every single person that has a green badge in your community, this is a big opportunity to convert them today for another one-time order and get them set up on a SmartShip. Because if they have a green badge next to them, it means that they've ordered once, okay? Or they make one-time orders. If they have a yellow badge next to them, it means that they're on a SmartShip. I have lots of green badges. It will be May 1st. I've been here for 3 years, and we didn't have a SmartShip in the first, 2 years. 2 years I was here. So I have a freaking ton of green badges. And so we're actually making DMO charts right now. And one of the DMOs in it is to reach out to 3 customers and talk about SmartShip conversion. Okay, so on a day like today, you actually have a piece of valued information to go in and give them. So I would not do 3 today. I would try and sell as many freaking boxes as possible today, because you can go in and you can say, Hey Dana, I saw that you had, and you can even go look at what that person's order history is so you warm up that conversation even more. I saw 8 months ago that you tried the orange ketones. I just wanted to let you know we have so many different flavors. My personal favorite is raspberry lemonade. However, we have a flash today on a thin mint one that tastes just like a Girl Scout cookie. I use it at night with hot water. It's really helped me with sweet tooth. So I didn't know, I knew you had enjoyed your experience with ketones. Maybe you thought it was a little expensive at the time. You don't even have to say that, but I know maybe price was an objection or something. I wanted to let you know today that it's 17% off a one-time order, and we can set you up for a smart ship, and then next month it's going to be 22% off. So I mean, for a box of Max, literally I think it was $108 for a one-time box today. And then that's going to be even, you can shake your head yes or no or hold me at fingers, but I think that was it. And then 22% off, well, that's even more. And I didn't do the math, but that's great. So that's the conversation you can have with existing Green Badge customers on a sale day. Anchor, give them the value of the sale and try and pivot and transition into getting that yellow badge on there. That's your residual income. Okay. The final thing is if you're running groups, if you have any sort of group, it's important. I know a lot of you are a part of the Be Better Drink Ketones group. I know the Canadians have their own customer group. A lot of you do. Listen, if somebody has gone in there and posted that there is a flash sale on Keto Envy, you all need to go in and comment on it. Comment how you're reloading, comment how you're stocking back up, comment on your favorite flavor, comment that here's what you do with Keto Envy, here's why you love it. It takes a community to build that hype and momentum. The more you do it, the more when you bring someone in there, they get to see it. If I go in and I post that flash about how excited I am in a group of 2,000 people and I have 2 people comment on it, like we need to rip it apart. All right. So step up the hype, go in, get fired up, comment. Your momentum, your attitude, your energy, your fire is what will translate to people wanting to experience this. So create that with, if you're in group messages with your coach and somebody else, here's the other thing. You can go in there. This is a follow-up. Oh my gosh, today my favorite box is on a flash. I use it. I always like to tell how I use it, how I like it, and why. Because just saying Keto Envy's out, does that do anything for you? No. But when I say, you know what, I really struggle at night. If Mitch was listening, he's like, that's a chokehold. Okay, I'm very challenged at night with wanting to eat Thin Mint cookies and wanting to eat chocolate. And so when I literally tell that experience, this Thin Mint non-caffeine, not only does it put me into a deep sleep with the non-caffeine ketones and mellows me out, but it's literally replacing all the dark chocolate that I was eating at night. And sometimes I even add a tablespoon of raw cocoa in it with a drop of vanilla stevia to make it even more rich, chocolatey, and more dessert. So what I did was I literally gave you what it's helping, how I'm using it, and how you can even optimize it. That's why I love how they just posted a Keto Envy recipe on a Frappuccino. Like if we're not sharing that, we're nuts. So it gives people an idea of how, what, why. All right. So let's get in there. Let's fire it up. Really, that's it. So let me wrap up and reiterate. Number one, the first thing I think you should do is go into your cloud and pull a report and get in front of your face with some pretty colored pencils and start working through that. Number two, get into your back office. It's time to optimize the opportunity of the 17% off and convert them to yellow badges, telling them today's 17, next time it drops, it's 22. Get into your groups or wherever you have created community and add value and hype and excitement because it benefits all. Number four, should have said this first, look at your day and really on sale days, you need to squash out some time blocks where you will go be alone and put your head down with a timer for 45 minutes and work. Take a break, work. So if you haven't scheduled your day out today, start with that. And number five, put your oxygen mask on and get yourself restocked and resupplied with this 17% off. So 5 points. Who knew? It always turns into more than 3, that's for sure. And then finally, last but not least, I just wanted to share a personal takeaway. Some of you may have seen, Friday afternoon, I was on a Rank 9 call and I saw some girls sitting there with palm trees behind them. And I just text messaged them and I was like, no one shot me the memo. Are we in paradise today? Like, what's going on? And my friend had an extra ticket for me to attend the World's Women's Networking event in Las Vegas. And I was actually already going to sit at home and pay for it and lock myself in the house and watch it. So I was super excited. It was like the perfect weekend for me to go. So within 3 hours, I booked a flight and I made arrangements, and I just want to share this with you. I came home and I started packing like a nut. All right, you got to book a flight and get there in 3 hours and make childcare arrangements and all this stuff. It's a little crazy, but I have learned in this business to charge. And when I feel like something's going to feed me, take me to the next level, inspire me, make me a better leader, like I'm just learning to lose the objections and the stories and the excuses and go. And I started having an anxiety attack. I've never really experienced this before. I hear people talk about it, and I know I've had anxiety, but I started sweating. I started getting short of breath. My mind started racing. I felt like I was suffocating. And I was shaking, and I was like, I can't do this. I cannot do this. This is too short of notice. This is too much money. This is one of those, those moves that I need to be more mature. I need to think through. I can't do this. This is just, I'll stay home and I'll work my business even more. So I literally wrote I saw myself write a text message to my friend, and I erased it because it sounded like a lame excuse. And then I tried another one and I erased it because it sounded like another lame excuse, because I don't take your guys' excuses. So when I'm trying to formulate mine, it sounds just as dumb sometimes. Okay. And then it started hailstorming outside. And I was like, praise Jesus. I knew you didn't want me to go. I knew you didn't want me to go. And so I'm like, I got one. And so literally I start texting her, I can't drive to the airport in my Tesla. It's a hailstorm. Okay. And she picked up the phone and she called me. And she said, we both know hailstorms don't last long. And she said, Abby, you told me that you needed to put your oxygen mask on, and that you needed peer group, and you needed to have community and connection. because I had written her. She's a dear friend, and we're not in the same team, but we share a lot of personal stuff and really spur each other on. And like literally she stopped and she FaceTimed me so I could see her face. And I think, how often do I need to do that when I hear my teammates' excuses? And I was like, but I just feel shame as a mom for making this decision so quick. And she said, okay, well, let me pray with you. Let me just pray with you. And she started praying on the phone, and she prayed for peace, and she prayed for my heart to calm, and she prayed that God would bless this trip and build strong relationships between, I'm going to get emotional as I say it, but to give me new friends and new energy and new support, and that I wouldn't feel isolated, and that I wouldn't feel like I'm alone on a lot of days. And because this is what we do, guys. We're working at home and we're facing our minds and our objections every day. And sometimes it gets rough, and it's where we have to reach out. We have to have community. And she just prayed. And then she said, I think you need to be here, and I'm not giving you a way out, but I'll love you either way. And she hung up the phone, and the hailstorm had stopped outside, and the sun was shining, and my anxiousness, and that's what she prayed. She said, fear and anxiety are not from God. And it stopped. It was gone. And I was excited, and I threw everything in a bag in 10 minutes, and I went to the airport. And I am telling you right now, I am full. My heart is full. My oxygen mask is on. I am fired up. I would love for you as an organization and as a team to join me in picking up the level of intensity around here. Because one of the things that I walked away with is I am not freaking really working as hard as some of these girls are that have achieved higher ranks. And I can make all the objections and excuses that I want for myself. I've been here 3 years. I've got a settled no, none of it. They get up earlier. They stay up later. They're focused. Their mindsets are strong. Their personal development is being done every day. They're facing the same challenges, the same obstacles, the same fears, the same rejection. And they're charging through it because they are doing their DMOs and they are putting themselves out there every day. And this is what happened this morning. I'm in a group text, and I get that there's a sale shot to me at 4:30 a.m. by one of these girls. And it just affirmed everything. Why is she up at 4:30 a.m.? Now, I'm not telling y'all you need to get up at 4:30 a.m., but I am telling you that what that did for me was it affirmed that I want to pick it up. I want to pick it up. And there are so many faces on here that I have seen you in the same place, and I want to challenge you, like, pick it up. Stop with the stories. Stop with the objections. We will get off this Zoom today because we got to get to work. All right? But here's where it started for me: connection and engagement. And the one thing that I saw them truly do is they are engaging. They are engaging one-on-one, one-on-two, one-on-three. Today I told Lisa Tatum, I said, throw me in your group messages with 3 or 4 people. I'm not hitting enough every day. Like, who's running? Like, let's get to know them. What's their why? Let's get them to bring us 3 people today. I heard from another girl. She taproots 50 people a day. Cross off, cross off, cross off, cross off. Every new person who comes into her organization, what's their why? Who are they? What do they want to do? Give them action and coaching. You know what they don't do? They don't answer tedious questions. If someone asks a tedious question, they tag them up in a video to go watch. because their question doesn't matter. And them as a leader knows that they need to stop asking that question and they need to go get 2 people to experience ketones. You can't deal with thousands of questions. You have to redirect it into a good question that you're the one who knows what they need to know. So we've got to coach people into production, because if we keep answering all the little questions and that's where we utilize our time during the day, then we're not moving forward and they're not moving forward and we're just wasting our days. Okay, so flash sale today. We know what we got to do now. So let's just get off here and let's go do it. So have an amazing day. Thank you for your faces, your head shakes, your reaction today. I very much appreciate it. So love you guys.